Palisades Toys was one of the hottest toy companies around from 2002 up until their bankruptcy in 2006. While they produced a number of hit toy lines, none holds a more dear place in mind and collectors' hearts all over the world than the amazing line they released based on the late Jim Henson's amazing creations, the Muppets. Now, these were some of the most amazing figures produced, and still to this very day, they astound people who have never laid eyes on them due to the amazing attention to detail and the strides this company took to be as accurate as possible to the overall look of the actual Muppets. The series had an amazing array over the course of its 9 series of figures, and they released so many yet so few characters that the world really has been left wanting more. Now you could grab your core group, including Kermit, Piggy, Gonzo, and Fozzie. Or maybe you want something else. What about the original grumpy old men, Statler and Waldorf? Or maybe you wanted 2 of the smallest and most popular Muppets, Rizzo the Rat and Pepe the Prawn. No? Okay, how about the Muppet Newsman with his news desk? What? What? You still want more? Okay, so Palisades knew that the fans wanted more. So they introduced some large-scale figures including Beaker, Animal, and Gonzo. And as you can see by the size comparison with their tiny brethren, they were amazingly huge and superbly detailed. And that's something else to talk about. The details in these figures is amazing, and I can truly say it is something no company today can ever reproduce. Palisades took great pride in making these figures as accurate as possible to the actual puppets. From the textures, to the clothes, to the colors, and they nailed every aspect of these classic characters. And just like any line, it had no lack of exclusive figures. Take, for instance, this tuxedo-clad Kermit the Frog. Or Invisible Cream Beaker. Okay. What about Indiana Kermit, huh? Or my personal favorite, and one of the best things Pixel Dan has ever got me for a birthday, Jim Henson himself. Now the line also had some amazing playsets, such as the Muppets Labs with Beaker, or the Electric Mayhem stage with Animal. The Swedish Chef's Kitchen with the chef himself. Pigs in Space bridge with First Mate Piggy. And last but never least, the amazingly huge Backstage playset with Rolf the dog. Now these playsets were just as detailed as the figures and were packed with tons of extras, such as the opening and closing doors on literally everything in the chef's kitchen, to the amazing 2-story Backstage playset with room to store almost every accessory from the line among its various pegs. Now, one of the coolest things about the figures was the fact that after Wave 1 of the line, any character that had a hat had magnets embedded in them so the hats would stay securely in place. For instance, Dr. Teeth here from Wave 1 had 2 small pegs that held his hat on his head, and this was okay, but it didn't really work right. The hat didn't stay there very well. So Palisades started to place small magnets into the hats and the heads, allowing you to display the figures with or without hats and giving you a safe way to keep them on their heads. Now, the accessories for these figures was just amazing, and they had some of the coolest accessories ever for a toy line. Take, for instance, a Gonzo the Great here. Now, he comes with his cannon. It's pretty cool, right? Here's the cool thing. You can actually put him in the cannon and fire him. That is awesome. Now, I apologize that we haven't taken a closer look into this series, and I'm not going to lie to you, there is so much that we will revisit this line down the road. I want desperately to cover the playsets in detail. I didn't even begin to give you a peek into the smaller details of the playsets themselves, but I really wanted to give you a feel for the line and to understand what Palisades was trying to accomplish and what they achieved. Now, the sad thing is, right before the company went under, they had announced they had also acquired the rights to Sesame Street, and had even shown off Wave 1 at Toy Fair in 2005, and released a convention-exclusive Super Grover to San Diego Comic-Con that same year. But alas, that's the only figure that has ever seen the light of day, as the company quietly shuttered its doors in 2006. But even while they were only open for a few short years, they released a tremendous wave of products that fans are still searching after to this day. Now, this line will be one that will truly live on forever, thanks to Palisades' talented staff and the devoted Muppets and toy fans around the globe.